I just became a real estate agent. I just passed my test, my big test. The reason I have been absent for a little while and focusing on self was because of this. This. So, fun fact, and these are tears of pure excitement and joy. Please believe it, okay? The hours that I put in to study, okay, I'm talking about, oh my God, the hours. That's all I gotta say. But listen, fun fact, being a real estate agent was what I initially wanted to do out of high school. As you guys all know me from being a notary public and for operating a women's brand for over a decade, an award-winning women's brand, and being a published fashion stylist. That was kind of thrown into me and who I am. It was never planned, is what I'm trying to say. So back to my story. Fresh out of high school, I'm riding. I see a sign that says real estate school. This was way back. I was probably early 20s. I'm talking about 21 maybe even 19. I see the sign. Sign says $250. At that time, I was so broke, I couldn't even afford $2 for a class. So I just always rode by, looked at the sign. I'm like, when I get my tax check, I'm going to enroll in real estate school. So I get my tax check, and then I second doubted myself, talked myself out of it. I'm like, look, who am I kidding? I can't go to real estate school. And let me tell y'all something. Now, this may sound weird, but the reason I wanted to go to real estate school is because the real estate ladies, they were always dressed to death. They were always fresh, honey. And I knew they were looking good and making money at the same time. So I'm like, hey, that's a win-win. I love to dress. I love to put it on, honey. And I can make me some money while I do it, right? So, yeah, that was crazy. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I had no idea nothing about real estate. I just knew that I liked to dress and look good, and I needed to be home. I had kids already, so I needed something that would allow me some flexibility to take care of my kids and still work. So, I had a couple of things in mind, while I was trying to choose that profession. So yeah, talked myself out of it, blew the bag, fumbled the bag. You know what I'm saying? You know how we do when we young. We fumbled the bag, took the kids on vacation, paid a few bills. The bag was done. It was done. Okay. Years going by, life going on. Make a long story short, I ended up with the women's clothing brand. I ended up making a mint doing that, still looking good. It allowed me flexibility, but in the back of my mind, I still always thought about and wanted to be a real estate agent and go into real estate. So fast forward all these years later, I decided everything that I dropped and I put down when I was young and I started having kids and I got off track, I said I'm gonna pick it back up. I'm gonna pick it up, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna complete everything that I set out to do. So that is a little backstory of why I just passed that test. So yes, I had to go pass that test. I had to get it in. I want to go into a new era. I want to go into, just explore something more, add to the portfolio. Make no mistake, the women's brand Shop 96 Orlando is alive and thriving, baby. But guess what? So now I'm going to sell you that dress when you walk into your brand new dream, your American dream, your first property, your second property, your whatever you want it to be, honey. I'm going to have you looking good and feeling good at the same time when you're at the closing table. So make no mistake about it, honey. We just adding to the brand and we're expanding our reach, honey. So we done went from selling dresses to selling real estate and land, baby. And thing is, after I had done fumbled the bag, $250, That's a lot of money when you ain't got no job and you like 19, 20 years old and you got kids. You got 2 kids already. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of change. So, did I have two at the time? I had the other one. Yeah, I was probably on the way to having the second one if he wasn't already born. But yeah, fast forward. Listen, when I took the school this time, it was $480 because all these years done passed. So now it's $480. You got to pay for your fingerprints. You got to pay for all these things. I just thank God, honey, I was able to pay for that class and didn't miss a beat. See, that's what it's all in God's timing. It's all in God's timing. It's all making sense.
For she's a jolly good fellow. For she's a jolly good fellow. For she's a jolly good fellow. Which nobody can deny.